Hey guys, it's Rush G here, how you all doing? Another punish video today. We are covering Cody, so let's not mess about, let's go straight into the action. I've got some normals recorded first. The normals, target combo, specials, CA, and then we'll look at his V triggers at the end. I believe his V triggers changed the frame data of some of his normals, so there may be a bit of work to do per V trigger, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So normals, he doesn't really have a massive amount of normals that are punishable. His stand heavy kick, it's very similar to Ken's, where he moves forward very slightly and on block it's -4. At a range you can't punish it. See there, tip of the shoe, you're not going to get a punish, but closer you get a free punish there. It's -4, so stand light kick into a special is what you want to do. Or you can spend CA off the DP. So that's pretty normal for a stand heavy kick in 3.5, nothing out of the ordinary. This one is crouching heavy punch, so I think this is special cancelable, so it's not often you get to punish this, but it is -4, so it's good to be aware of it. Again, the pushback, the max range, means you won't get a 4 frame punish, but close, you can see you get a 4 frame punish. But just check to see if that one's special cancelable. Sweep, that is -12. That one's -12, so I think it's got a good range as well. Let's find out. It doesn't look like it does to me. No, so you can sweep that max range. Or maybe not. Okay. So you can't. So you guys have probably seen that before in the Punish series. The Likely Tatsu, the EX Tatsu and the CA. So for very max range they work. Sweep or whiff at very max range. But let's just try Line Breaker. No. I'm starting to stop doing Line Breaker as a punish on sweep because he whiffs it. You're very whiff punishable if you miss. That's interesting. Okay. Let's try stand medium punch. No, just fireball. That's another potential option if you've got V trigger. Do the fireball into V trigger, but I'd go for those 3 basic ones: the Likely Tatsu, the EX Tatsu, and the CA. And why they're good is even though the Likely Tatsu in particular doesn't score heavy damage, it does score you a knockdown, and that's very important for Ken to start his Oki game. It's just his overhead now. His overhead is -7. It does say -6 on the app. Have a look. Oh, no, sorry, it does say -7. This has good range, but I think it's punishable all ranges. Even I think chin busters. Yeah. That's the way to go for that move. If you want to activate, do crouch and medium punch. Oh no, you can't activate from that range. Okay. So some examples for you there, but yeah, just chin buster if need be. But you can get crouching medium punch because that's that is a 6 frame. You should get stand medium punch actually. Oh yeah, you do, look. It's hard to get the overhead at max range. That's better. Yeah, stand medium punch works if you want to activate the V trigger. So yeah, some good examples of how to punish that. I would just go chin buster, keep it simple. So that's his normals done. We're going to look at target combos next, so I'll get them recorded and then we'll blast through them. Alright, so as mentioned previously guys, we're looking at the target combos now. So these light punches are not safe. What I will check is, are they special cancelable? Let's see. It doesn't say they are. So 2 light punches. You can see there it's -4, just 2. If he does 3, it's -7. The Bloxton's pretty heavy on that last hit. If he does 4 light punches, we get that, and that's -13. But to cover them all, if you're not 100% sure, I mean that last one's very easy to react to. Ah, the pushback's quite bad there. So for the first 2, I'll do stand light punch, stand light kick as the confirm to make sure you get the punish. But against that, I'd probably go line breaker, me personally. It depends on the scenario. If you got CA, I'd probably do something like that, perhaps. Crouching heavy punch is too far. So that's the, I think that's the, oh, you got another target combo. We're on V skill territory now. Forward heavy kick in the V skill, because we're looking at target combos. Essentially that is a target combo. That should be crush counterable, I think. Yeah. So Cody's V skill puts him in a crush counter state. Yeah, you can do. You see the V skill. You get the idea. So it's crush count punish on that. F use of the V skill and the V skill raw as well. It's crush countable and block. With the V skill, it's the big jump-ins. You see there, clean beats jump-ins. So it's an anti-air, but I think it beats throw as well. I'm pretty sure they can use it on wake up to beat throw. Just look at the frame data. So I'm using FAT tools at the moment guys, so I recommend downloading it if you've got access to a mobile device or a tablet and you're allowed to use it. Fully invincible, okay, interesting. Fully invincible, frames 3 to 15, airborne 7 to 36. Okay, so I think that's what it is really. It's fully. Let's just test this. So as a wake up option, does he lose to throw? If I get him to quick rise and wake up. Ah, could have this problem on me now. There we go. First time, well, second time. Put that on. Okay, so it does look like it's throw invincible. It's a big risk to take. So if I was knocking Cody down, once I've established a throw game, I probably wouldn't use the throws too much because the risk of him doing that far greater. It's actually like it's worse for Cody to wake up V skill than to be shimmied, put it that way. Because you won't get the crush count off the shimmy unless you catch him while they're mashing a button. So that's good to know in terms of wake up options. There was another move, another normal. I want to check the frame data on. I can't seem to see it in the app, and that's forward heavy kick. So let's go back to recording. So what's this move on block? Just forward heavy kick. -2. You can't mash that as well. Okay, so yeah, good to know. That's -2, so you can take your turn back after that. But they can cancel that into V skill, which is a big risk. I imagine it's a true string as well. It was that one, wasn't it? Yeah, you can't mash. Yeah, it's true string. Okay, so that's good. So we covered the normals, we've done target combos. We're on to specials now. So with Cody specials, it's very easy to break this down. His fireball, they're all -7. Not regular fireball. You see at close range. I'd probably go stand light kick, to be honest. If you're in range. But there you can't reach it, but if you're super close, chin buster, but at range, yeah, there's nothing you can do, it's a projectile. But -7. The EX fireball is -2, so in any scenario where there's a close range fireball, you take your turn back. There's not much Cody can do about that. His slides, they're all punishable, including the EX. So, to give you a breakdown, light slide is -8, medium -10, heavy -12, EX is -7. So personally, that looks good against all slides. But if unsure, just do chin buster. But do not let this move go free. If you want to get a super big damage punish, crouching heavy punch, 2 hits heavy punch DP into CA, but they're not plus. Even the EX is not plus, so don't respect them at all. For some unknown reason, Cody's like to buffer into slide, which I think is really risky. So if you can walk into their buffer range but crouch block, you're going to bait out an unsafe slide, which is good. But yeah, if in doubt, across the board, just use chin buster and you will get the punish. Is it Zonk? Is that the name of the move? Oops, don't know what I've done there. Okay, so normal Zonk is -2, so you can take a turn back. That's about it. The EX version is +3, so the EX one is where you want to delay tech, V reversal, or even rip EXDP, perhaps, not sure, but it's +3, so yeah, it's a mixed up situation. for Cody. One thing to mention is they do like to use Zonk at the start of a round, if you know it's the second or third round in a match, just to get the plus frames to begin with pressure. It's very fast at EX Zonk, so just watch out for that. CA is -35.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy. Oh, get out of my face.
So just a walk forward into crouching heavy punch. Even a dash will be fine.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy. Oh, get out of my face.
Something like that will be fine.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy. Oh, get out of my face. Oh, you think
Yeah, max range, I'm not sure what the best thing to do is.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy. Oh, get out of my face.
Yeah, he's still dashing. So it looks like that when the hurricane, the whirlwind is out,
Believe it or not, I'm
you can
pretty
go
busy.
through it even though it's in recovery.
Oh, get out of my face.
It's not active the entire time. So a good punish there. Just a dash or V skill into stand heavy punch, V skill, like it's had to. If you want more damage, you can of course get EX fireball in V trigger, light punch DP, EX DP. That does a lot of damage. So if you're in V trigger and you get V skill, sorry, heavy punch DP V skill, that's good damage. That. So that covers the specials. We'll look at his V triggers now, and then we are pretty much done for Cody.
Gotta exercise every once in a little while.
So Cody's V trigger 1, it changes the frame data on his punches, it seems, looking at the frame data app. So when he activates, he gets a knife. His stand light punch becomes +2, stand medium punch +4, stand heavy punch -2, and has very good range. His crouching buttons also change, so down light punch +3, down medium punch +4, and crouching heavy punch becomes -5, which is interesting. So even though that move is -5, it looks like it's only punishable at close range. I've got Ken set to 4 frame reverse punish off block, so that's not free off yeah, it's punishable, but it is special cancelable as well.
Right there.
That's interesting. So he does not access to fireballs now. Okay, interesting. Has he got any more moves? Special moves?
Gotta exercise every once in a little while.
He still has access to the V skill. Down, heavy punch, heavy kick. Okay, so he can throw the knife. Okay, so you throw the knife, and you can call more knives. It's interesting. It's access that move as well. Quarter circle back punch. But he only gets 2 of those. It looks like 3 per activation. That move is +3 on block, so you can't. Yeah, you can't punish that. No chance. So his knife gives him access to a lot of plus frames, which is pretty scary actually. I didn't realise that. Out of interest, that was +1 from what I could see. No? Neutral. Okay, so that's 0 on block from what I can see. So that's interesting. Okay, yeah, of course, yeah, if you just hit heavy punch, heavy kick, you can use it as a projectile. which is minus. Should I head around this? It's +3 for Cody. Yeah, that's +3 for Cody as well. So yeah, more plus frames. So essentially, this feature is about plus frames, isn't it? It's gonna be about frame traps plus frames. So very scary. Two bar V trigger as well. But at close quarters, I'd say V trigger. Cool. I think that's it for V trigger 1. So we've got to the last section now, the V trigger 2 for Cody, and we're looking at the changes to frame data of his normals initially. So I believe that's just his regular heavy punch. And that's -5 that. But it has, the thing with his pipe is, he has really good range. See there. What Cody players don't realise is, if Ken's got CA, this is a mad counter for the pipe. Maybe range specific, but okay, yeah, so range is a problem. You can punish that if you're within range, but at max range it looks like it's unfortunate that you can't punish it because his CA is a 5-frame startup move. So you can't punish it as such, but yeah, it is -5. A crouching heavy punch, is it? Okay, yeah. That's -7. That's definitely punishable. And his EX tattoo is very similar to that. So that at max range, he'll definitely be able to punish. So it's a bit unorthodox, but if your awareness is good, that will work. What else have we got? So I'm not familiar with this V trigger, so I'm learning it on the fly. So that's just his, if he presses heavy punch, heavy kick, he gets that. That's -3 for Cody. So not punishable outright, but take a turn back. Down, heavy punch, heavy kick, -6. But so he doesn't have that great range because he strikes upwards. The range isn't that good. Very heavy block stun. Chin buster at close range if you were to punish it. If unsure, stand light kick. But I can't say I've seen these moves used raw like that. What's this one? Okay, the overhead. I think that's still -7. Yeah. So yeah, I think that one looks pretty much the same, even without the pipe. So I would probably go for just stand light kick to be sure. I'm never, with overheads, I never like to go for frame perfect punishes because you can get your timing wrong, and also because of range it can screw things up. So 4 frames seems good there. Ooh, excuse me. Now there's a number of moves here, I've got no clue what they are, and I think it's the rock toss. And I think it's the command grab. So the command grab we know, we don't need to cover that. It's a command grab, you've got a neutral jump or backdash to beat it. It's saying, let me just try this. So again, I'm not familiar with Cody at all. Alright, that was pretty tricky to set up. So I've got 3 options set now. I've got him set to do the high, the low, well the normal rock, the high rock and the feint. This is what I do a lot of times. This is the problem. So I have to go into a recording slot, I have to activate him, and then I have to come out of the recording slot and have them say, okay, yeah. Now I know in terms of damage, Kenny's better off. That's generally what I do. If they try to throw rocks at me close range, even though the rock does have a tendency to land on your head, I'm not going to respect it at close range. I'm going to DP. I think as well you may get a trade if might have to set this back up again. So let's go to recording slot, go to 5, activate. Let's push into the corner. So you can get stuff like that as well. So if the rock hits you during the first heavy punch DP, you can get a second one afterwards. I think you can probably get CA as well, that will work. So don't let him get away with that. You can also do CA of course, so if I activate again, you've got to be very aware of this, but it's very doable because they tend to do it quite a lot, so it's just awareness. You can get some trick stuff. It's a bit like Uri's Mirror actually, the trade, DP, combos and stuff. So yeah, in combo, I suppose in combos and when he uses setups, it's very hard to deal with the rock because it's going to land meaty, or it's going to cross, or it's going to land either right in your face, or it's going to mix you up because the rock's there and he's going to go for a low or something along them lines. But if they do it raw, there's no reason to respect it at all. So just do something. You've got DP, even heavy punch DP, and if you're quick enough, CA as well. I think it's a very good answer to deal with fake stuff like that. I think for Cody, guys, that's about all the advice I can give. Just remember as well, V-Trigger 2 gives him access to a command grab. That's very important as well. Any feedback, any of your own tips for this matchup, feel free to add them in the comment section. I'm always keen to get more information in the channel, so any advice you've got, any tips you've learned yourself that I haven't crossed over or mentioned, covered, yeah, feel free to mention them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Cody, guys, so hopefully that's been helpful. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.